It's the end of the week, and so it's time to take out the trash. Brett Erlich, who is your garbage person of the week?
My garbage person of the week is Representative Mary Miller of Illinois, who couldn't just let Newsmax go gently into that good night after it was dropped from DirecTV due to low performance and a changing media environment. No. That disappearance is a threat to national security and our constitutional freedoms. Take a look.
And it may look now like it's an attack on Newsmax or perhaps some members of Congress's ability to communicate. But I want to tell you, ordinary citizens, it is an attack on your freedom of speech. They're coming after you next. We have to stand up against this. I'm so grateful we've taken back the House, and now we have Jim Jordan as head of judiciary, and James Comer is going to be conducting oversight over our tech companies and the censorship that's been going on. This is clearly un-American and violates the core principles of our country. What's made us great is freedom of speech. Also, an attack on the members of Congress, our ability to get our message out. And I know in our office we're getting deluged by phone calls and emails of people that are upset that Newsmax is being shut down. It's been a reliable source of information.
I saw that clip on Lucid Fox's stream this morning, so shout out to Lucid. My God, I love that this is an assault on our constitutional freedoms in her mind, and that she has the right for Newsmax has a right to get millions of dollars a year in fees, even though nobody's watching it. You're not deluged. Like that's what you're not deluged with people saying, oh my God, I need to see it. If there were that many people who needed to see it on DirecTV, I guarantee you DirecTV would have paid them whatever they wanted because it was successful. You know who they do pay carriage fees to? Fox News, where you're able to get your message out. You're able to get your conservative message out. I hate all these people who say, I don't hate them, but I hate that all these people are saying, oh, it's so difficult for a conservative to communicate these days. BS, you have the money behind you. You have the algorithmic like annoyingness to get people to engage with your nonsense. Stop complaining, you snowflake doink.
100%. Yeah, and arguing it's an attack on Congress people. What are you talking about? So on our ability to get our argument out? She didn't even seem to know what her argument was. She should deal with her own inability to get her argument out. But the overall biggest issue with this is it's all a lie. Like if they had actually just said, you know what, we've got Newsmax, I hate them, we're banning them. That still wouldn't be a violation of their First Amendment rights. It wouldn't be censorship or anything like that. But I could at least understand how they'd present it that way. They know that they've got nothing here, so they're fundamentally lying about what the story is. If you haven't really been following the Newsmax thing, Newsmax was perfectly willing to keep them, or DirecTV was perfectly willing to keep them on. Newsmax was like, we want more money. DirecTV is like, you're not worth more money. We'll leave you on. We're just not going to pay you more money. And Newsmax is like, no, we want more money. So DirecTV was like, okay, then we're getting rid of you. That's the entire story. You'll notice that no Republican has ever, even in a biased way, described the actual dispute. Isn't that weird that they haven't ever talked about why they were actually kicked off? It's almost as if it's inconsistent with their narrative.
John, has anyone ever given you $16 million?
Not 16 in one lump sum, no.
Well, John, you're being censored is what that is. That's what it feels like. Not to get $16 million in carriage fees is being censored.
You know, Brett, you and I, we recorded an episode of my podcast reviewing Willow. And there are places people can find that. You know where you can't find that? DirecTV.
I also like how she calls DirecTV a tech company.
Jesus. Yes, it's
cable,
technically sort of
the cutting edge. They got satellites in space. Don't spread on technology.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.